Chapter 3 Shri Gurudev Datt Parabrahmane Namaha. Ekadashi Vrata by Ambarisha. Curse by Sage Durvas. After listening from the mouth of Sage Siddha about the glory of Guru, Namadharaka, who was in pursuit of truth, was delighted very much. He was enthralled by soothing words of gestures of Siddha Yogi. Thus he prayed, Revered Guruji, the gates of fortune have been opened to me today. I am experiencing divine ecstasy today. All doubts, queries which were in my mind about Guru for a long time have been cleared now. My mind is settled at the lotus feet of Guru. I am convinced that there is nothing parallel to or beyond the grace of Guru. I am feeling confident that my future lies safely in your divine hands. By your grace, I am enlightened today. There is no doubt that truth cannot be realized without Guru. Kindly remove all my doubts which I have about you and accept me as your obedient servant. Be kind enough to narrate Shri Guru Charitra in detail. Impressed by his heartfelt appeal, the sage Siddha, who is the ocean of kindness, of love and affection, embraced and blessed him. And then he started narrating about himself. The sage Siddha explained, Dear Namadharika, I blissfully live at all those places where Guru is present. Incessant remembrance of Guru itself is my favorite dish. Shri Guru Charitra is my ambrosia beverage. Constant eulogization of Guru is my supreme religion. Thus saying, the Siddha Muni showed him the holy treatise, Shri Guru Charitra. Namadharaka, by reading or listening to this holy title, one attains the desired things, emancipation, and 4 types of values of life, that is, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Shri Guru Charitra is an invaluable treatise which fulfills the wished desires and enables to realize the supreme knowledge. Just by being in constant touch with this title, one shall be blessed by issue, liberated from the evil influence of stars, and get relieved from all troubles and diseases, released from worldly shackles and the sins accrued out of killing saintly people, and also attain longevity of life. Inquisitive Namadharaka became very curious to know something more about the greatness of Guru. Therefore he prayed to Siddha Muni with folded hands. Hey, the great accomplisher, be kind enough to me to narrate Shri Guru Charitra, which in itself is a treasure house and a key to fortune. Observing Namadharaka's keen urge to listen to Shri Guru Charitra, Siddha Muni was very much delighted. Then he took him to the confluence of Bhima Amaraja rivers and by sitting beneath a peepal tree started reciting Shri Guru Charitra. Namadharaka, the basic pre-qualification to get introduced to Guru is good moral conduct. The other essential requirements together with that are total elegance, unshaken devotion, and adherence to a single principle. All these are very much desired on the part of disciples. Besides that, the disciple should firmly believe that Guru is everything for him. He should be ever prepared for self-sacrifice for the sake of Guru. Only disciples having such qualifications get introduced to Guru and attain the knowledge about Guru's real form. To the spiritual aspirants, Guru is the final destination. For spiritual progress, the aspirant needs to surrender himself before Guru. Remember that surrendering to Guru's instruction is not an act of slavery, but the path of supreme freedom and everlasting happiness. The all-kind-hearted Guru never abandons his devotees who trust him. Have an unflinching trust in Guru. Those fortunate ones on whom the grace of Lord Shri Dattatreya is showered shall certainly cultivate the tendencies required for progress in spiritual journey. You must sincerely endeavor for it. By the grace of Guru, you shall certainly have the vision of God. Even our religious scriptures have declared that Guru himself is the eternal Brahma, the supreme soul. There is nothing parallel to the glory of Guru in tri-worlds. The entire universe is subject to the command and control of Guru. Namadharaka, Note well that Shri Guru Charitra, which I am going to elaborate, is not an ordinary Charitra. It is an extraordinary and precious title which speaks about the divine place of all godly, imperishable preceptor. Shri Guru Charitra is instrumental in gaining success, happiness, and solace both in this and eternal world. It is the celestial cow which fulfills all the desires of devotees. In reality, it is the Holy Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, who have incarnated on earth and who protect the noble ones and punish the wicked ones in the form of Swami Shri Narsingh Saraswati. Sri Narsingh Saraswati is the ultimate Guru in whom dwell the fraternity of gods, that is 33 million gods, himself being the only one who is formless supreme soul, the one to be known, the all-pervasive, the most ancient being, the root and the support of the entire universe, the primeval energy. There is nothing like second to him. He is the only one of his kind. The principle of one supreme soul is at prevalence, which functions in different forms. The worship of one shall be deemed as the worship of another form. He is the ultimate object of worship. Influenced by passionate quality, Rajoguna, it is Brahma who creates the universe. Lord Vishnu, who is endowed with meritorious qualities, Sattva-guna, protects, and Lord Shankara, who has in him predominantly the quality of ignorance, Tamoguna, destroys the universe. Out of his affection, love to human beings, the formless supreme God appears on the earth by assuming a form. To exemplify, I am going to narrate a parable from ancient period. Once upon a time, King Ambarish, an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu, was observing the Ekadashi Vrata with deep elegance and in accordance with scriptures without any expectation in return. Strictly adhering to the injunction of the Vrata, he was meticulously fasting on Ekadashi and the following day, that is on Dwadashi, concluding the fast. Owing to his elegance, an event happened wherein the formless Lord Vishnu had to assume 10 incarnations, that is, to appear 10 times with forms on the earth. Once it so happened that, with an intention to cause hurdles to his vow, Sage Durvas, along with his disciples, arrived at Ambarisha's place just at the time when he was about to conclude the Ekadashi religious vow. King Ambarish was delighted very much when he noticed the arrival of Sage Durvas. He prostrated before him and worshipped him with due honor. As very little time was left of Sadhana Dwadashi, Ambarish prayed before Sage Durvas to complete his routine religious rituals speedily and to arrive for accepting Bhojan Prasad. The knower of three periods, that is past, present and the future, Trikalgnani, Sage Durvas, arrived a little late after completing his midday rituals. Ambarish felt that if he were to wait for the sage any more, there would be a break to his Ekadashi Vrat and hence it would be rendered incomplete. With the sole objective in his mind that there shall not be any break, Ambarish consumed tirtha, the holy water, quickly and concluding his fast waited for Durvas Muni. Within no time Durvas Muni arrived at the scene. He realized that Ambarish had consumed food without waiting for him, an act which he did not tolerate. Durvas got profusely angry on Ambarish. The irritated Durvas then said, "O the foolish king, how did you dare to consume food by ignoring the guest who has arrived? You have become very arrogant since you happen to be a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. I shall punish for your irreligious act." Thus speaking in a raised tone, he cursed the king. "Let you have several births in future in lower species." The worried great devotee Ambarish, considering Lord Vishnu as the god in crisis and the ultimate hope, remembered him. Within no time, the rescuer of his devotees, the supreme godhead, Lord Sri Hari, appeared before him and he got prepared to accept curse that was conferred to his devotee Ambarish. Accordingly, he told Durvas Muni to confer the curse on him instead of his devotee Ambarish, with the dual purpose that the curse of great sage Durvas shall not go unmaterialized and at the same time that his devotee shall be protected from the calamity. Accordingly, Lord Shri Hari told Durvas to confer the curse on him which he had given to Ambarish. Sage Durvas thus thought in his mind, the time has come for the Lord to incarnate so as to ease the burden of Mother Earth, which was due to the sinful behavior of a large number of irreligious people. To attain the vision of Shri Hari, in fact, in very rare phenomenon, he is not accessible even if one conducts penance, vows, and other religious ceremonies devotedly for a long time. At least for the sake of curse, let Lord Shri Hari incarnate on earth and grant his vision to his sincere devotees, thereby promoting well-being of mankind and reducing the burden on earth. Keeping all these benevolent thoughts in his mind, Sage Durvas thus prayed before Lord Shri Hari, O beloved God, the Lord of universe, to protect the dharma, righteousness, and annihilate adharma, irreligiousness, the time is ripe now for you to incarnate on the earth. Lord Shri Hari gladly took on himself the curse given by Sage Durvas to Ambarisha. Shri Hari, through his illusory powers, assumed 10 celebrated incarnations and many other enlightened forms of incarnations, of which some are perceptible and the rest are not. Of the several incarnations of Shri Hari, the incarnation of Shri Gurudev is also included. In the hermitage of a great devotee and meritorious sage Atri Muni and his virtuous wife Anusuya, Lord Brahma Vishnu Maheshwar took birth by hiding their real forms as a small child. This incarnation is very well known in the world as the incarnation of Shri Guru Dattatreya. Here ends the third chapter in the most auspicious Shri Guru Charitra. Shri Gurudev Datta, Shri Guru Dattatreya Arpanamastu.